So the first place that the glucose gets sent is number one, to the cell. And we have 100 trillion cells in the body, and 75 trillion basically run like that. That's a pancreatic cell, that's a liver cell, that's a tissue cell, that's a muscle cell, it's a brain cell, all the cells. The other 25 trillion, so that's 75 trillion, the other 25 trillion are the red blood cells. And the red blood cells are the carrier of glucose to the cell, the carrier of oxygen to the cell, the carrier of water to the cell, the carrier away of waste. And we're going to pursue that a little bit more in another lecture. But right now we're just looking at the journey of glucose. Only so much glucose can be sent down of that pathway. And so now the liver especially stores it like a little bunch of grapes. And they're little molecules of glucose. And that's why I didn't have to eat before my exercise this morning. I didn't have to eat before I did my runs up and down the hills, because I had what's called glycogen stores. Glycogen is a name given to quick release glucose stores, already sitting in our muscle cell, just waiting to be used. What an amazing process. Psalm 139, verse 14, the Bible says, I will praise you, for I'm fearfully, wonderfully made, marvellous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. And yet the psalmist didn't know this amazing process that I've just told you. If you do eat before exercise, you create a war between the stomach and the muscles. The stomach says, I need the energy to digest the meal, and the muscles say, we need it to get up the hill. And what often is the result of that is cramping. That's why you also shouldn't be diving and swimming in the sea straight after a meal, because as soon as the cool water touches your skin, it rushes to the skin, and the stomach saying, hey, we need you here, and the skin says, no, we need it there. And if you notice, it's really hard to concentrate after a big meal, because the energy you need to consider the things that you're learning is going to here. So it's just this little balance. And that's another reason why we encourage the digestive walk. It's not running up that hill there, it's just a gentle walk that encourages digestion. But the problem is, on this high carbohydrate diet, we've still got glucose left over. Only so much can go through the energy cycle, only so much can be stored as glycogen. So now it gets stored in the most amazing fuel depot in the human body. It's called fat. And what's happening on this high carbohydrate diet, and no matter where I go in the world today, I see it, is that people are getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Fat doesn't make you fat. What makes you fat? That overload of carbohydrates.